My name's Reese, and this is Jennychem Weekly, Episode 1. So this week we've gone through quite a lot of things that you're going to see. We're putting in a brand new stock system and barcode and warehousing system. So you're going to see a lot of information in what we've been doing here, how the system works, and yeah, we're just going to jump into just giving you an overview of kind of the day-to-day operations here at Jennychem. There you go.
We're starting with one aisle.
Sorry.
Drop a pallet down.
It's a nice aisle.
My name's Joe. I'm the warehouse manager in the dry side. 25 litre.
Yeah, it's used by the kilo.
Yeah.
So when they're used by the kilo, these products will just go on the system as a kilo. So if we've got 49 bags, we know that's what, 1,225 kilos. So what we've been doing in the factory lately is we've just been putting a brand new stock system in. So we moved our system to a new accountancy package, which has got our full manufacturing and stock system in it. So with all the raw materials, what I was explaining to Joe is when we buy them in, they come in like 25 kilo bags and larger sizes. But what we have been doing is putting them on in kilo, because when they're used in manufacturing, we have to put a certain amount of kilos into each batch. So we've just been going through, putting them all on the system and making sure the amounts are correct that are on the system.
And you flake stuff, so that's raw as well.
Yeah.
So that needs to be done.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything else we're going all right.
So these are the barcodes look good actually.
They do look good.
So in the video you would have seen that Joe had been putting all the identification labels on the products, which is good because we've just got to the point now where we've moved into this new warehouse and everything is a little bit jumbled around. We haven't really got a system in place where we can find the items easily. So what we've been doing is putting in all the locations for the new racking, all the stock to the new areas, and then consolidating it what it needs to be. Oh yeah, nice. So then we're just, when we do the stock take, we'll put the quantity in. Oh, we can add photos as well. That's good.
I was beginning the stock take. I was showing Reese how to build a profile for the item that you saw in the video. So that entails locating with a dedicated barcode and a photograph for pickers. So yeah, so it's a flaked, and there's stuff like this, mate, that obviously it's the same.
Yes, yeah.
So I don't know what you want to do with those because I can't.
I think what I'll do is look on the system, just double check what is actually.
Everything's labelled. I'm going to ask you to go through.
And then this afternoon we'll go through them.
So we got through. We're on to the next aisle anyway. We were looking at condensing product into one location that's been maybe spread out over a couple of locations. So by condensing, it's easier to count, and obviously you're going to one location as opposed to multiple. So I need this made longer because this is meant to be going up on here.
Okay, yeah.
You weren't here and I weren't here. So what I've done is I've measured out for this to go against there.
Yeah.
This to stand up here, and then we'll get our bottle of water over there. So there's an actual charging station.
Yeah.
We've just received a new counterbalance forklift. So with that, we needed to have a dedicated charging station for both forklifts. So we're just measuring out and making sure we had the space for both trucks and with the charging stations.
Are we going to get that, the thing you mentioned, to put this on an arm so it can't fall on the floor?
No, as long as it's up here, off the floor.
Okay.
What I was worried about is this one where the cable touches the floor like that.
Yeah.
If the liquid touches it, then...
Yeah, definitely. So we just bought a few new electric fork trucks. So you would have seen me and Joe just discussing the chargers. So he had quite a few good ideas on how to stop them from breaking, because we've had a few instances in the past where they can get damaged and they're not the most robust chargers. So he's just got a table, got that ready, and then we're going to get some type of arm to stop the charger from hitting the ground. But yeah, pretty simple. We're just trying to put things into place to help save us money and not have to replace things as often.
Well, so I've measured it out so the counterbalance can fit there and bendy can fit there.
Yeah.
The cleaning one, so I'm going to clean the corner out and then they can each.
Yeah.
And they're one. So I'm one of each.
I'm wondering for here if I just buy some of those things I bought for the other factory. Have you seen the new things I bought?
Yeah.
So maybe for here, we just get some actual full-on, what are they called? I can't remember, like
Yeah, it's a barrier.
A barrier, yeah.
My name's Rick. I've been with the company about 4 or 5 months, and I'm in charge of stock.
That's the second time this has been done.
We was hitting on the barrier system, and where the barrier should come, so that when people come in on a forklift, if there's a pedestrian, the pedestrian's going to be safe because we've got the barriers in place. So we were sighting where they would be most safe to put them.
That was done last week, and it was just a little bit wiggly, and now someone's hit it again, look, and actually crumpled it.
I think maybe we should just get two, like one for this side, one barrier there, and then a shorter barrier here that ends like there, and then they can just, you know, it's not on the corner here.
Some signage as well.
Yeah.
When you're entering this building,
Yeah.
on the outside where I come from, obviously with danger faultness,
Yeah.
all you need to enforce on that is to sound their horn.
Yes, yeah.
Like, make sure they toot their horn 2 or 3 times when they're entering. It's just...
I think most of them are...
such a blind area from here.
Could we get a little mirror somewhere?
So it's just...
Yeah.
In and out signs done.
Yes. I'll speak to James, he can design them. So as you would have seen, me, Joe and Rick were just walking around the site, just having a little look at things and what we're doing. So we've got a lot of new people that have come in and we're just trying to make the site more... better with health and safety. We're just trying to improve things. So it's good to just have a walk around with the people that are actually working in the environment and then see what ideas they have to improve things. So we've put in quite a few new things that you'll see in next week's vlog. But yeah, just going through some ideas that they have, figuring out what we can do to make things safer, and yeah, just implementing it and making sure it's health and safety is all good for the staff.
Are 5 litres and 1 litres, are the barcodes on the system now?
Not all yet, but we can add them. There's not that many of them. We can add them.
That aren't done?
Good couple hundred that are not on the system yet, but we can add them. I mean, it's a job that needs to be done, isn't it? So I've got your list of all the stuff that was on the shelf. So if I start by adding all the barcodes for those products, then at least it means that is done and it makes it easier. All the products have these little barcodes on them. So what we've been doing is we've just been adding these all onto the system. They all have to be uploaded manually to the system or on the handheld scanner. So for every product, that's how you identify them. And then from that, you can create those little barcodes that going on each of the pallets so that we know when this product comes in, it's related to that product. And then when the scanners get it and it goes on the system, it's easy for the guys to identify what everything is and just making it nice and easy so it can minimize any mistakes or any picking errors that are going out when we're doing orders.
And then we've got to go through all the mixed match pallets.
Yeah.
Obviously, once we get to this aisle, we'll fly through it because it's absolute. And luckily, as I said now, if we can hold off a week or so, because that's slowed right down the AdBlue.
Yes,
we hold off until we've done the stock take, if we can, and then counting it's going to be a lot quicker because you've got less to count. We were talking about a dedicated aisle we have to our AdBlue. It generally is 24 pallets for each size, which is 10 litre and 20 litre. That means that'd be 2 separate articulated lorry deliveries. We were actually running low on the stock at the time, so that would made it a more preferable time to count the stock because we'd have more empty bays.
Well, I told him just video a few things you're doing, and then
I get stage fright.
we're going to start a vlog.
Really? It wouldn't start quite yet. I'm Peter Brown. I'm a consultant working with Jennychem to develop a new ERP system to improve stock control, manufacturing, dispatching, and to bring in some electronic equipment, handheld devices that will improve the performance of the system and reduce the paperwork used within the business.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 43, sorry.
43 by 20. That's 50.
Yeah.
So we've got, so that product, we've actually got considerably more than what we think we have. Jennychem are experiencing lots of challenges based on the increase in business from improved marketing, very, very good product, lack of space initially, and that has been something that has changed in the last year, improved their space availability. So to generate the kind of business, or to maintain the kind of business that Jennychem have, has required a number of changes, and I'm here to help with those changes. But I believe there's stock limit. Right.
So it hasn't been deducted when it's been taken away.
But you're afraid to confirm that was one?
Yeah, it was a ton bag there, yes.
Yeah, okay, so then put in the 1,000, because we know that we're comfortable that that's going to confirm, yeah.
So my thoughts on the mobile system is you have all the information that you need straight away, as opposed to having to come and find me or supervisor. You can do item inquiries, stock movements. It's a really important bit of kit for making the company move forward. So, but where that is now is only that new racking which doesn't have locations on it.
Do we need to do that first?
You could do.
because then I can transfer it. What you do is you confirm it in there,
Yeah.
and then I shift it.
Yeah. Right, so we need to mark what? Should we just call the whole thing one location for now? Locations are locations. So we have racking with from A to L. Sorry, shall I start again? A to L, and then from level 1 all the way up to level 7. So in that we have an alphanumerical system which all our pallets and goods are stored in. So these things here will help us go straight to the product as opposed to looking blindly.
Yeah. So what we need to do now is to create a series of locations for that.
So
If this is work in progress,
T-U-S.
where's it in now?
M-E, sorry.
If it looks like we're just gormlessly walking around the yard, we sort of are. We're trying to work out where the locations are. Because we've got a new racking that hasn't yet been added to the sequence.
V. V.
V?
Shall I wait down here?
I'll show you something. So, back in working house, maintain locations. And if you scroll down, okay, so all the V locations are now in.
Fantastic.
So what we're doing here is we're finding where the computer believes the stock to be,
Right, Rick.
confirming it in the location that it
Cable,
believes it
maybe.
is in, and then moving it to where it actually is, so that as we get to that to count it, it will be there. So that believes it is in C12, A09, A0202, but it's in A0201, isn't it?
Yeah, so that would have been damaged then.
Are we best just confirming that in A0202 and being done with it?
Yep.
I mean, the other thing is quite a lot of it has been used, won't it?
Yeah, well, sorry, there is some here.
A13, 1, yep.
15 T's not there. So I think
And that's packaging.
that's a wrap. That's not even So that's for the office, for their label machine.
Okay.
So that's technically not stock either.
Okay, it will become stock, but okay. One of the advantages of the new system that we're putting in is to use the system to manage not just the items that we're buying, manufacturing and selling, but also a lot of the peripheral items that are needed within the business. So labelling, packaging requirements, and the Sage system that we're implementing can allow the team here to manage those items better, even though they're not specifically for sale.
So this is the sort of stuff that they put in before we started scanning stuff in, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So in regards to that, do I say it's there?
Only if we know where it's gone.
Well, we will come across it when we're working our way through, if that makes sense. Or are we going to go, do you want to find that now and then do it that way?
We need to, yeah, otherwise we'll never keep track of what is and isn't correct.
Right, okay. So sometimes, before we had our new stock management system, most products were placed and memory was used. So it was paper, pick sheets and memory. So every now and then you got a pallet that was put in the wrong place, or you'd have the same product open in a couple of locations. But now with the new stock system, it's helping us condense and use certain pick bays.
So this is my first stock take. Spent about 2.5 weeks identifying all the products in each aisle. Give them a QR code so we can scan on the QR code. It gives us a location, and then hopefully after this stock take we'll have a good idea what all the products are, and then we can get them all together each time they come in rather than being spread out in different aisles. So yeah, hopefully. I'm sure if it's taken them next door, you know, we might take them over. So it's filling quite a lot of, they're all about the 1 litre ones, aren't they? The little 1 litre. Or like, yeah, I think They may have taken the next door, Joe. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. But I can't see them here. Going forwards, they won't be able to just come into the warehouse and just free-for-all take stuff. So we're going to allocate 2 pickers from next door that will come in here. They will make up the orders that they need next door. I will be booking it out to them. So if we had 50 bags of caustic come in and they want 10, I allocate 10, I book it out as 10, and it leaves me 40. So when we scan the codes on the mez or the codes on the shelving outside here, that will actually give us a final calculation so that we know roughly what we're selling. Not everything is as fast as other bits. So obviously, like the raw side of it is quite fast moving because we need that to make products.
There was a beam there. It's been taken out to fit a larger pallet in.
Okay. So where's this sticker?
I don't know if everyone's noticed it, but we've put a mirror up in the entrance so the forklift driver coming into the warehouse can actually glance at the mirror and it gives them a full look at what is actually in that very first part of the warehouse. So when he's coming in his forklift truck, it's going to be safe for him, it's going to be safe for the pedestrians. So I think that was a really good idea. If it's a mild winter, we may still move volumes of people still have their cars cleaned even if it is winter time. If it's a harsh winter, it's going to be more the seasonal products, i.e. your screen washes, your frost fighters, your de-icers. They're going to go out in volumes, literally in volumes. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. We'll see what the next one brings in when we get the next promotion run. So, and that's down to Reese, who's our ops manager. He's the one that sees all this through. So far, I think he's done a banging job. He's like literally top. He's done a lot with his company since he's been here, and it's all been in a big positive. So really well done with him. So, and it makes our job a lot easier as well. So yeah, it's good.
Thank you for watching this week's video. If you'd like to see more content like this, hit the like and subscribe button, also the notification bell so you get notified when the weekly updates come out. If you'd like to see more product related videos, you can click the link up here in the corner, where you'll be able to see us do kind of product related videos on cars and all types of different products. And you can also visit the website in the top right hand corner. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.